I'll just quickly introduce our MC for the evening, Mr. Terry Byrne, if you wouldn't mind, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Noel. Ladies and gentlemen, past players, live members, thank you for having me along. Entree will be served, and while it's being served, we're going to go through the teams for the last 50 years. So, Noel, thank you for having me along. Noel, Ross, Wesson, all had black hair before this organising committee got started. Noel's the only bloke I know with silver in his hair, gold in his teeth and lead in his pencil. And 15 women to write to. What are you laughing at, Ross? You've been... Those blonde tips, are they? Okay. Yeah, so thanks for having me along. My soccer career started off when I was about 18 years old, where I was a reasonable rugby league player and rugby union player. I had a team that was soccer players in our suburb. It was called RIPS, R-I-P-S, which stood for Ross Island Past Students. Alex Brownlee, you probably know something about that. Darryl Brownlee was a little snotty-nosed under 10 player at the time, and his brother John and I lived in the same street but opposite each other. John played for Railway Estate and I played for RIPS. Now here we are, rugby players. How we got roped in is the RIPS team had an army camp on and most of the blokes were gone, and Harry Thompson called me up and said, "Can you play for us?" So I went down there. I was down the front of the goal, probably a mile offside. The ball came back, I had a swing at it, missed with me right foot, it hit me left knee and went in the goal. They signed me up for the rest of the season as the main striker, and I think I never scored anything after that. So that's my soccer history. It's a bit like, isn't it, a bit like the Irish soccer team. The Irish soccer team, which scored a goal and declared. So, thank you for having me along. The thing about your soccer club, which has got the history from Juventus to the Launceston City Soccer Club. We've got, as Luigi said, all the history there and the great stack of photos here. The thing about your club is that I've found on being up here before is you're all fairly friendly mob, you all get on fairly well. Make sure everybody knows everybody on the table. Just to break the ice, on the count of 3, turn to the person beside you and say either "G'day, buonasera" or "Good nut." 1, 2, 3, go for it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there it is. G'day, how you going? And the person beside you can turn back to you and say, "Mind your own business." So here we go. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to ask Chris to come up to the controller. Just while Chris is lining up, I'll tell you how the procedure that we used to pick the teams from the past 50 years. Firstly, a panel picked the teams with a number of different criteria and sources. The players selected needed to have played for the club for at least 2 seasons or more. In picking the best team, it was decided to split the men's team into 2 eras. Okay, so the first team from the club's inception until it moved to Prospect, and then from 1978 until the present. With the ladies team of the last 50 years, as they were only established in 83, there's only 1 ladies team, so we didn't break that up. Just a couple of omissions from the team. Firstly, Kurt Russell, who captained the Australian under-21s and played National League, and of course Simon Miotto, who moved to Europe and played professional soccer, included stint with West Bromwich and then the Premier League. These 2 players were not considered with our club as they didn't meet the 2-year criteria, and their time and their best soccer was played elsewhere, but certainly they are a credit to the club. So folks, what we'll be doing is going through the first 20 years from 1958 to 1978, and what we'll do, seeing we are well on time, is we'll let you get through your entrees, and then we'll get into the first team, then the second. We've got a couple of other short announcements, but as I said, we'll keep the speeches to a minimum, and enjoy your night, good company, and it's a great... Now, as we were saying, the panel has picked the teams with a number of different criteria. Firstly, as I said, they had to play for the club for 2 seasons or more. We had so many great players over the last 50 years that, as we said, we have split the team into 2 eras. The first team from the club's inception until its move here to Prospect, and then from 1978 to the present. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, can I present to you please the Launceston City Soccer Club, the
their team of the 50 years, the first 20 years from 1958 to 1978. And at centre half, we have Marshall Brown. At left back, we have Flavio De Poli. The keeper is Warren Lockett. Assistant keeper is Len Gugliotti. We have at right back, we have Luigi Michis. On the right wing, Mario Morosini. Forward is Hans Street. One of those nights there. I'm Tommy Strickland at centre half, Billy van der Poels at left wing, and Enrico Vicentine at forward. In the midfield, we have Arthur Webb, accompanied by Ross Wesson, also Tony Zanetto, and the other midfielder, Terry Clark, who is also the vice-captain. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing up the centre half position and captain of the team, Peter Mees. Put your hands together, please. Well, what's your card? Okay, what we'll be doing is when my great technician comes back, no, the president steal his car. It's Van Est, you can't trust them Dutchmen, they're not. So, now that my technician is back, the jokes will stop for a while. And what we'll do,
Excuse me, Terry, can I interrupt one
Yes,
second?
mate. Yeah.
I was sent out to find Chris's camera, but all I could find was the alarm.
We know.
We're now
Okay, well, here I was thinking it was the Western Knights who knocked your car off or something. They're rotten size to pinch anything. So folks, what we'll do is we'll have a short break before we come in with our second team from 78 to the present. So if you'd like to fill up your jugs and powder your nose or whatever, we'll be back very shortly with the second team, followed by the ladies team and then main course. The President's been touching the books a lot. Those 20 years, 1958 to 1978, to come forward and stand back here so we can get photos. If you've got cameras and you like to take photos, please do so. But our first 20 years, 1958 to 1978, all those players that are mentioned there that are here tonight, can you come forward to the stand, please? Take a shot. Feel free to come up forward, please.
Oh, that's all right. You got to do it. All right. Get over his left heel. You're the back end too big. Right. Well done, son. Where's the rest of I know we're missing. Put your glasses on. They won't recognize it. Yeah. That's it, just one more.
went in the bar. I'll go and have